If you are a storyteller or an e-commerce seller that makes video ads, then I sincerely believe that this video will help you greatly. Now, my wish for the future is for virtual try-on technology to get much better so that e-commerce clothing brands and accessory brands can create awesome mockups without distorting any complex design or text on the clothing. But it is thought by many in the AI space, including myself, that AI videos are about to change the creator space completely in the near future. I also think that there will be a surge in trying to create a full 360-degree model from a single image and use them in our stories. That is not a loss at all because video mockups do look more alluring than image mockups. And so, today I'm talking about 4 apps that can assist you in every step of storytelling, from script writing, dialogue creation, consistent character creation, creating images with set consistent characters, to turning those images into video clips. And most of these even have a video editor that can edit these clips and put them together into one full movie. So first, let's start with the most famous one here, which is called InvideoAI. I currently don't use InvideoAI, and I'm going to explain why in a short while. So InVideo is frankly awesome. It can do everything we need to do in order to create a video. It can even create a whole video from a single prompt. It also can create a full video from a script or links to a particular web page. The link can be to a blog page or a product description page, and InVideo will create a video according to the contents of that page. This also obviously includes ads for products. We can also add custom voiceovers in InVideo. InVideo also has a video editor. Now, the only two reasons that I am not using InvideoAI is firstly its price and secondly its lack of lip sync feature. Though the price seems pretty reasonable, we cannot do much with this first tier of plan. We either have to go with this max plan or the generative plan to fully use the stock media and AI features in video. And this might not be doable for someone who's just starting out. And another thing is that this lip sync feature, we cannot upload a video and an audio in InVideo and have it lip sync. It is still a beta feature, and we can join a waitlist to test it out when it first comes out. For the lack of these two features, I'm currently not using InVideo. So instead of InVideo, the thing I have found is called Skyreels. After we log into Skyreels, we can just use our Google account and log in. We get this dashboard. The difference between Skyreels and InVideo is, of course, its pricing is a lot lower than InVideo. We get a free plan, and on top of that, we get these 3 tiers: basic, standard, and pro. And if we go to the yearly billing, basic tier is $7.9 per month, and the monthly plan is $9.9. And I have mentioned before, currently I use the monthly plan for all the apps because then I can cancel the subscription at any time and go and check out some other app that may seem promising. And I'm currently on the monthly plan for the basic subscription. And for the basic plan, we get 1,000 credits per month. This is very generous in my experience. The other thing is that Skyreels has both image and video lip sync. So we can create an image or a video in Skyreels and upload an audio and have Skyreels lip sync it. Or we can create an image or video outside of Skyreels and then bring those images or video inside Skyreels to lip sync. And another thing is that InVideo can use both AI and stock images for creating its videos, but Skyreels currently only uses AI images. So Skyreels is mostly for creating AI movies. But with prompting, we can create product reviews if we want. Now, I'd like to go over the features that are available in Skyreels first. So to access all its feature, we go to this AI tools option, and it lists all the things that can be done in Skyreels. But there is one thing that is creating a consistent character, for which we have to go to this Mind tab and go to this Actors tab. And from here, if you click this Create Actor option, we go to this page. Here we can create our full character. We can create it from scratch by giving it a name, selecting a gender, age, ethnicity, and voice timbre. And we can also add an image here as a reference while creating our consistent character. Now, if we want to create a video with the consistent character that we have created, we click this IP Shorts option. And this brings us to this page. Here are the 4 things we need. We can input a novel, input a script, input our character, and storyboard. And storyboard is basically a series of images that correspond with all the things in our script. And we can animate all those images into videos and then bring them together in Skyreels video editor to create our movie. Here we can find inspiration, upload a script, upload a novel, and then the novel will be turned into a script. And from the script, Skyreels will create characters, and from the characters, it will create storyboards, and the storyboards will be turned into video. I'm just going to go back into AI tools to demonstrate how we can control each step of our story making process. And then I'm going to demonstrate how to basically have AI create our whole movie for us. So first, we can click this option to create the images needed for each of our scenes. We even get the reference image feature and a plethora of styles, including one for creating ads for products. And these are the models. Instead of character reference or style reference, we have this model which is better at following the style of the uploaded image, and this model which is better at following the characteristics of a character that we have uploaded. We're going to go back to our AI tools, and then we can go to this video generator. Here we can use text to video or image to video. Of course, I'm going to suggest bringing in the images that we have created here, then give it a prompt, choose a model, and then click generate to generate our video. Now, after all the visuals come the sounds. And Skyreels has a feature to create sound effects as well as songs and instrumental tracks. But when creating songs, we can't upload our own lyrics. It only accepts short prompts about topics and style, and we create a song from that. I had generated a 2-verse song to test Skyreels, but there was a character limit, which meant that I could only upload 1 verse as a prompt. And it made these 2 songs from that 1 verse.
Testing the app, it's a brand new day. Modeled euphonia leads the way. Lyrics, images synced so tight, turning ideas into pure delight. Click and render, watch it shine. Ebony's magic starts to align. Signals flash in a rhythmic sway. Colors burst in a grand display.
So there we go. This is obviously a song about my own channel, but whatever. So for creating a song, I personally use Suno for adding music to my own lyrics. Sometimes I also create my own melodies and then add the lyrics and melodies that I have created into Suno to create a new song. Sometimes, of course, my lyrics are also helped by ChatGPT. But this is an extra option that I can use if I run out of credits in Suno. Now, Skyreels also has an extra lip sync feature. Here I want to make a distinction between 2 types of lip sync. One is where there is a still image, most of the time a headshot, and AI makes it talk according to an audio or with text to video features. These are apps like Hedra. And the other type of lip sync is where there is a video and the lip movement of the person in the video is matched to a custom audio or to an audio generated by the text to speech tool. And Skyreels actually can do both. If you go to this lip sync option, this is the image that I had uploaded, and voices home, this Alexis home, more than a walls and more brainstorm. So Skyreels can not only lip sync to spoken speech but also can lip sync to songs. And these 2 are videos that I had uploaded and the song audio. And this is what voices home, this Alexis home, more than a walls and more brainstorm. So as you can see, there is an odd thing about lip sync in Skyreels. When it auto-generates dialogues for the automatic process of creating videos, the lip sync actually looks great, which I'll demonstrate a little later. But when it generates lip sync for an image or video that we had created outside of Skyreels, it looks a bit odd. I think the images can be improved by adding an image that is 1:1 in ratio, but the videos just end up looking a little strange in my opinion. We can do much better currently with Clean AI or the lip sync feature in Runway. Now, after all this is done, we'll go with the automatic ways of creating our story. The first one is, of course, this IP shorts option. Here we can get an inspiration in this tab. Upload a novel, then Skyreels will turn into a script. If we upload a script, then Skyreels will move into the next step, which is creating characters for each of the scenes in the script. And then it will create a storyboard from those characters. Skyreels accepts PDF, TXT, and docx images. So I created a short story in ChatGPT and copy pasted it into Notepad in Windows and saved it and then uploaded it into Skyreels. So I'm clicking here, getting my story and drag it here. So my story has been uploaded. I'm going to click convert now and it's created a synopsis and a bio. So from this novel, I'm going to click generate script and it is going to turn this novel format or story format into a script format with scenes. And here Skyreels has converted our story into a script format complete with scenes and dialogue and everything. After this, we're going to click generate characters and it will Skyreels will generate characters according to the necessity of the scenes. And Skyreels has generated our characters. After generating the characters, Skyreels gives us a choice to edit the characters. So we can hover over the image, click change the look, and we can change the look of our character. I had specified in the story to not give my character names, so did not give the character name. We can change this facial feature by typing what we want, or we can import an image as a reference. Also, there are some styling issues. Here we can change the clothing and accessory of our character. This becomes more relevant if there are more scenes and our characters are in different situations. Here, the character is wearing a doctor's coat, but if the character was at home, should not be wearing these type of clothing, and that becomes relevant there. I'm going to demonstrate this just a bit later when I demonstrate creating a full story from script. And here is the other character. I'm going to keep them as they are and just going to click generate storyboard. It has finished generating the images for our scene. We can delete one of the images if we think it is not needed, or we can add another image by clicking this button. And we can see that this image is the same as the previous image. And if we click the edit button, we can change the image as we need. We can change what is going on in the image. We can change the shot type, the camera angle, or we can turn this image into a video. But there is a faster way of doing this. I'm just going to delete this extra image that we have created. And I'm also going to delete some of the images. So here we go. After I have the images I want, I can turn them into video individually by clicking these buttons, or we can click this one click video button, which will turn all the images into videos. And as you can see, these are complete with description of the scene and the dialogue. The problem for trying this one click video feature is that sometimes it just says that the generation has failed. So in that case, we have to just keep going one at a time. So I'm going to click try again and see how things go. And this will generate where in my experience. While this is happening, let's go back and try the script to shorts option. The script to shorts option is actually the same as the novel to script option. Here just there is one step less. In the novel to script section, the story was first converted into script, but in the script to shorts section, the file we upload will have to be in script format already. I use ChatGPT to convert the story I had created into script format and turn it into a text file and upload a text file here. And then, like before, Skyreels created characters according to the script and then animated those characters and turned them into a story. And this can be seen here in these IP shorts area. Here it is. This is the shorts that I have created, and this is how it looks. This is the editor. It had automatically put all the clips it has generated in the timeline and added the dialogue as well as background music. These are fully customizable. We can click them and delete them and change all of this. One of the things about the background music is that this loop feature, if we click this on, we can extend it as far as we want or need. Let's see what it has created.
so proud of you.
Just here, I want to emphasize that the lip sync feature for this video that was generated in Skyreels is pretty excellent. Look at the woman speaking. Though she's facing sideways, the lip sync is still pretty amazing.
We're so proud of you.
So these are all the things that Skyreels can basically do. I will do a more detailed review or tutorial of Skyreels in the coming days. I think it is one of the apps to watch out for. Now, if you're more into scenic storytelling in like 3D, anime, or illustrated styles and don't need lip sync very much, these cases are mainly children's stories. Then I suggest checking out an app called Dzine. Also, if you want to create 3D or anime or cartoon style consistent characters and to then use in stories, etc., and also have an e-commerce business, then the platform for you is currently Dzine. I am most excited about this app other than Skyreels because it has everything that I have ever wanted. I can do text to image, sketch to image, create coloring pages, text to video, create consistent characters, create consistent character sheet, do image face swap, image style change, jewelry mockups, architectural mockups, virtual try-ons, and an awesome amount of image editing functions like background removal, in painting, expanding images, and also it also has a layer system. And putting multiple styled images in a canvas to turn all of them into the same style. It even has access to high-luo and cling models on top of having its own video model. The reason I'm not already using it exclusively is because it has Flux point 0.1 Schnell models. If it had the Flux Pro models, then I would seriously consider moving my consistent character from Kriya to Dzine. The two reasons why I mainly use Kriya for my consistent character is because of Kriya's integration with the latest Flux models and the fact that Kriya can apply a variety of styles to a consistent character without changing the looks of the consistent character beyond recognition. But changing the style of an image is one of the core functions of Dzine. It was even once called styler. Although I can't actually stylize the Flux Schnell consistent characters directly in Dzine, because all the LoRa's in Dzine are for stable diffusion models, not flux models. But what I can do is download the created images in Dzine and then re-upload them and apply the image to image style change option. So because of just flux for my realistic consistent characters, I'm sticking to Kriya. But if 3D anime or illustrated consistent characters are your thing, then I strongly suggest checking out Dzine. So the first thing about Dzine is that it works on project basis. So we can click here to create a new project, allows us to choose an aspect ratio. It can even allow custom aspect ratios. I'm going to choose 16:9 and apply. So first, as we're talking about consistent characters, the first thing to notice about Dzine when it comes to consistent characters, that it has these two options to first create a character sheet and then use that character sheet to create our consistent character. And of course, there is this option where you can upload a number of images of a certain character and turn that into a consistent character. Again, if we're trying to make small adjustment, then we can go to this AI editor option and use our local edits, insert objects, and AI eraser generative to expand these features. One of the standout things about Dzine is that it can export in SVG format and at the same time upscale up to 4 times. It also creates images in layers so that we can choose which layers we want to download and zip multiple layers together and download them easily. But a quick info is that to use this SVG export feature fully, we have to be on the creative plan, which is the second tier of subscription for Dzine. I was on this, but I canceled the subscription because I was just checking out Kriya and I loved it very much. But I am thinking about using Dzine along with Kriya as well. And as you can see here, this creator plan has SVG export, but in case of the first tier of plan called the beginner's plan, the SVG export is not possible. Now we can, of course, also animate the images we have created in Dzine. For that, we can use this AI video option. It has its own video model, also Kling and Minimax and High-Luo model. We can choose any we want. For characters and small movements, standard model Dzine's own model is best. And for dynamic videos without any characters, the high-low model does the best. This is actually not a real person. This is a East Indian model that I had created in Kriya. And this is a actual hoodie blanket that I have created. And I had this model wear this hoodie. The one thing I want to show is the text. It's supposed to say the tools are, the keys but. Though it is not that accurate with the text, but this here, the song words are clearly visible and it should be me here. But that is not, that is also jumbled. So it is not that good with text when it comes to its virtual try on feature. But if it was just an image and design, it will be fully able to do its virtual try on. Not only that, Dzine is actually able to do regional virtual try on. So if I brush out this portion and add a image of a watch here, Dzine will correctly add the watch here. I'm going to make a video about the virtual try-on features of Dzine and compare it to some others that I use and see which is more economically reasonable to use. I truly believe Dzine is one of those apps that we should keep an eye on. Dzine is pretty much a perfect app for anyone doing 3D anime or illustrated style creations. Now the last app on my list is called Flora, also florafauna.ai. I was subscribed to it before as well, and it has an insane amount of features. Just like InVideo Skyreels, it can help us create our story, then turn it into a script, and then create decision characters according to the story, and then turn it into a video. But it does not have any video editors. For me, the standout feature is this interpolation video type, which creates variations of an image and then turns that into a video. And here we go. This video has been created by interpolating all these images that were created here. But we can do a pretty similar thing in Kriya as well. I am also keeping an eye on this app, and if its features becomes more polished, then I'll of course try it out and make a video about it. Its price is also less than InVideo but more than others. This is the pricing page. As you can see, these will be the 4 apps that I am looking out for in 2025. InVideo, Skyreels, Dzine, and Flora. For more on clutter-free growth, both online and offline, consider clicking the like and subscribe buttons. Help me make more content like this by visiting my shop or getting what you like from the links in the description. Let me know if any of these is catching your eyes. I hope this has been helpful to you. Have a good day. See you soon.